So I'm Matt Damaris. I'm the founder of Energy Catalyst. We manufacture geothermal heat pumps. We manufacture twister pipes, which are used for the ground loops. And then we also provide geothermal solutions to contractors in the greater New York and New England area. What we're all about is trying to bring clean energy solutions to customers that may have never considered geothermal. What Energy Catalyst is trying to do in the next 2 years is to be able to install completely a geothermal system, whether it's a retrofit or new construction, for the same upfront cost or less than what is already being paid right now for a furnace or boiler. I started the company back in 2019 in my apartment, and then in 2023, we applied and received funding from the Department of Energy. They were looking for us to move into a bigger building so we could expand our operations and had a good business case to do that. In terms of New York State support, we did talk with Empire State Development and did receive some funding from them, both in the form of a grant as well as in the form of some tax credits to occupy this space. And essentially, we were looking to invest about $10 million into the building and do a major renovation. We're going to build an addition, and ESD, Empire State Development, wanted to help support us with that mission. So that grant funding that we got early on was the difference between us being here today or us not being here today. I mean, it really is that simple. Another early one was in 2021, we got into a direct contract with the NYSERDA Next Gen HVAC program, which helps to develop next generation technologies. And we had this concept for the double hybrid heat pump, which we now have the patent for. But at the time, we had a lot of things we needed to work out. They helped us to sponsor 5 demonstration units and install them into 5 homes. And they gave us $50,000 in total to help manage that. From 2021 to 2023, fast forward 2 years, and we sold our first $1 million in those heat pumps. And now we're on the Energy Star list, we're AHRI certified, we're safety certified. So it's an incredible amount of jump that you can take. Like a small company like ours can take $50,000 and turn it into $1 million pretty quickly. And now, here we are growing much bigger than that still today. So you can kind of see how just a small injection of support at those early stages was critical for our growth. So in terms of additional support that we're anticipating, moving forward, we can get the Excelsior tax credits, which are a big benefit to us. There's the on-the-job training program, there's the NYSERDA sponsored internship program, and then there's other smaller ones that we can leverage. New York is trying really hard to make heat pumps the dominant way of heating and cooling a home. So we feel as though we're very well positioned to serve that market. We want to make a high quality product that's the best in the business and then make it affordable for everybody. So working in a state like New York that will help us to get there just with our local market, that's a huge, huge benefit for us. I think the advice I would give to any manufacturer that's considering moving into New York State, especially if you're in the clean energy space or in a space that New York is trying to promote. If you can align yourself with what New York State is trying to do, then not only will there be incentives today for you to do it, but there'll typically be incentives coming down the line that will continue to help support that. Between the combination of tax credits, highly trained and highly skilled workforce that's readily available and not too far away, and then just the relatively low cost of living in certain areas and relatively low cost of real estate in a lot of cases, upstate New York is actually quite a good place to invest in, I think.